Letters to the Editor is an author-driven podcast created and directed by Enrique Stuyck Roma, a journalist, lawyer and entrepreneur from Madrid. Enrique holds a Guinness World Record for his letters to the editor and has had 10,000 letters published in 70 Spanish newspapers. In this podcast, we will read a letter a day for a whole year selected from his books Ocurrencias, Witticisms, Reflections on Life. The title of today's letter is The Brotherhood of Cousins. This is not the first time I have written about the role of cousins and their true meaning, and every time I get together with those cousins who were an essential part of my childhood and youth, I am overcome with a deep emotion, one that is quite likely not felt in the same way in any other kind of family affection. If one is fortunate enough to have been born into one of those so-called well-adjusted families, love between parents, children, siblings and grandparents is often taken for granted. But the relationship amongst cousins is often not given the same importance, even though it is, without a doubt, the best relationship outside the strictly parental ones, because it is less mandatory and can end up being more fulfilling. I have said it before, and I do not mind repeating it as many times as necessary. I consider myself a cousin, and I say that with emotion and with pride in having enjoyed my cousins, all of them from my earliest years, and still enjoying their company in my 80s, and continuing to see them from time to time, always with the same joy and with that quiet, contained emotion that comes from knowing we love each other, truly love each other. It is wonderful to rediscover this feeling every time we meet. This letter was published in 5 newspapers in December 2022.
Today's letter is dedicated to cousins and the special role they play in our lives. It's quite common for brothers and sisters to get together with their children, and among those children, strong friendships may often form that are almost like brothers and sisters relationship and that can last forever. I was lucky to have grown up and spent a lot of time with many of my cousins, and the bond we shared in childhood has lasted over the years. Today I see the same thing happening with my grandchildren. It makes me very happy to see how they love each other and how well they get on. That gives me a great joy. You can have very deep relationships with brothers and sisters and lifelong friends, but when a real bond forms between cousins, especially first cousins, it can be one of the most lasting and genuine forms of love and friendship. I remember with deep affection the summer afternoons of my childhood surrounded by my cousins. Even now, when we meet up or celebrate special occasions together, it stirs something inside me. And no matter how much time has passed, it is always a very happy and joyful celebration that we all really enjoy every single time.
Discover more episodes at letterstotheeditor.com, and remember to subscribe and rate the podcast on your favorite platform. Podcast produced by Jorge Marín e Ove Productora. Letters translated by Ana Marchena. Branding and visual identity by Samuel Ferrer, Quinton Brands. Editing by Margot Martin. Readings by Susanna Galan.